This is Lisa with Inspired Heart and Intuitive here for your July 11th, 2018 reading. Here at this channel, we're here to help you lead a spirit-led, whole and healed, peaceful, and prosperous life. So we're going to pull one card for each zodiac sign, and then we'll do the elements. So this is going to last probably about 20 minutes total. Alrighty? And please consider hitting that like and that subscribe button, and also hit the bell button so that you are made aware of when I put up new content, just like I'm doing right now. Alrighty, here we go. We're going to shuffle a couple more times here. What do we have for July 11, 2018? All signs, please, and elements. July 11, 2018. All signs and elements, please. July 11, 2018. All signs and elements. Alrighty, let's cut and get right into it. Again, please hit the like and the subscribe button. And here we go. Let's put these out and see what we have. So Aries, looks like we have the Justice card in the reverse. I'm going to bring it up and show you in a second here. All right, Aries, Justice in the reverse. Whoops. Flipped it right up. So Aries, today, if you're going through some legal situations, legal challenges, got my coffee. Oops, didn't mean to put that bright light there. Looks like we're going through some legal challenges potentially today, or you're in a situation where, you're not feeling that things were dealt with fairly. Today, any legal challenges that are happening today may not get resolved right away. Hopefully it's not that they're not resolved in a way that you would appreciate or want, or there's a situation, again, where there's been an ending or something ongoing in a situation that you're just not feeling like you've been dealt with fairly, that someone may have gotten an upper hand, or just, you're just like, ugh, really? Why did they get that? And that happens. Like, I get it. But just be aware of that today, and try to remain calm about it and not go off about it today. Let it play out for the next few days and see if something doesn't actually come into a more fair resolution for you. Taurus, King of Cups in the upright. So Taurus, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy here. You're either, I feel like you're potentially making offers. Well, good morning. How are you, Vanessa? You're potentially making offers here today of love, but it is not necessarily like that maternal, flowy, glowy kind of love. It's just that more stable, more divine masculine type love. Or you have someone with this energy coming in, but I do, love is in the air, and a stable love is in the air for you. Again, not wishy-washy, not overly effervescent, but like really what kind of your earth sign appreciates and needs, that very stable, even flow of love and appreciation, okay, and support. I'm doing very well, Vanessa, doing very well. Gemini, Hierophant in reverse. Gemini, you guys have been going through some relationship, it appears, issues lately. That there's some instability happening in your love world. With the Hierophant in reversed, this can signify that where you thought things were, again, very stable, very committed, very traditional, there's not tradition here, or there's not stability here. So just be aware, Gemini, of that possibility. And I'm looking at the entire air sign, element, um, it's kind of throwing you off a little bit. It's kind of like I thought this was going to be um, committed. I hear marriage, and you might be considering or reconsidering whether or not this mate is marriage material. I would again keep getting information, but you've been going through some things quite a bit. So if there are some turbulent times in your relationship, um, please just have a talk with the person first before pulling the other twin out. Okay. That's I'm just hearing communication, and I'm seeing communication is not as good as it could be. So do try to communicate, Gemini, with your partner in regard to what's happening. If you're not in a committed relationship right now, um, or you were thinking about becoming into a committed relationship, this might not be the time to do that. If this is your job, if this is career, where this is in regard to, because again, this is all general, so I have to kind of cover all bases. Good morning, Miss Tiffany. Send some good vibes to you. Always, dear. um, if you, Gemini, if this is a job or career, there might be some instability showing up here in that area. Um, and that's also throwing you off your square a little bit. Okay. So this is kind of a turbulent time for you right now. So be, but again, communication is the key. Don't shut down. Try to communicate to whomever about this in a rather calm way. Okay. Cancer. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So Cancer, we've been moving forward in a lot of areas. A lot to do with our money, um, career, that sort of thing. I would say, and somewhat love. I would say Cancer, today is not the day for us to be making big leaps and movements forward. Take a step back, uh, assess the situation, and don't make a lot of decisions today. And you're not going to see a huge amount of forward movement in those areas that you've been concerned with in the recent past. Today's not a forward movement day, it's a status quo day. Continue to do what you've been doing, stay the course, let everything play out. Leo, Three of Wands in the reverse. So, Leo, you may be feeling today. Good morning, Deborah. Hello from the UK. My daughter just got back from London recently, and now I have to go. I really want to go to London, maybe in a few months. Three of Wands in the reverse for Leo. Uh, Leo, you've been on an upswing, and I've noticed that the last couple of days it's kind of slowed down. Don't lose complete hope, okay? You could be having a feeling today of that it's not going to come to fruition. The ship's not coming in. The Three of Wands in reverse. But don't lose hope and don't stop manifesting. Don't start worrying. Okay, continue to put the manifestation out there. Continue to speak it. Continue to live it. Continue to emote it. That's what I need you to do today. Continue to emote it. Don't just give up, Leo. Today's not a give up day. Okay? So, what might be dark right now, Leo, the sun comes out tomorrow. Always does. Always does. And your energy is here, so you're feeling like that fire. We've done Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. So, Leo, again, don't get all in your head. Okay? Don't get all in your head today about it. Continue the manifestation process. All right? Virgo, Four of Cups in the upright. So, again, Earth signs, you have a lot of cup energy in your reading today. So, Virgo, with that Four of Cups in the upright, Things might be getting a little on the boring side. Things might be getting to be like you're kind of blasé about it, not really feeling one way or the other, definitely about the situation, the current situation. Um, I would not necessarily just like toss it off just because it's not super exciting to you today. Um, I would, however, I would, however, seriously just take today as kind of a rest, reflection day, and before we're making a huge decision or a huge movement one way or the other. This isn't movement. This is kind of like still water. Be by the still water and do some contemplation today. Libra, Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So, Libra, this is not necessarily the best card for you because you're feeling a tad bit out of balance. Not as major as your Justice card in reverse, but we're feeling a little bit out of balance, a little bit out of whack, which I know throws you off. This too shall pass. This is a temporary situation. Don't freak out. Don't flip out. I feel like I'm saying that today a lot. Like, today is like for the collective, don't freak out today. Okay. This is one day on a whole journey. So do not freak out today. Just are not moving in the direction that you want them to move, or or they're not um, accelerating to the point that you want them to accelerate to. Or things are not like crystal clear as you want them to be right now. So that's probably a collective message for the day. But definitely, Libra, I know when things are out of balance, it really throws you off. Please, 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 please do not get thrown off. Okay? Do not get thrown off today. Ride it out. Breathe. Breathe, Libra, breathe. Okay. Scorpio, strength in the upright. Awesome card for you, Scorpio. Um, with that Leo energy coming in for you today. Renew your strength. Do what needs to be done today that makes you feel fantastic. You're welcome. That makes you feel absolutely. Stay for the element, though, dear. We're going to do the elements in just a moment. Do today what makes you feel great and empowered, and allow your inner strength to really be showcased today. Not in an aggressive, overly crazy way, but just let that inner strength flourish. Uh, okay, I understand, love. So, yes, so in your struggle, Deborah, today I know there's lots going on during Mars retrograde, Scorpios, and all of us water signs, but especially Scorpios. And everybody, please hit that like button when you get the opportunity as you're coming in. Um, go back to the point that that area you feel super strong in. So for a lot of people, what'll happen is that you will, if there's only one thing that can go right, and let's say it's your job, let your job be the one place that you're like, I'm flourishing, I'm making, like, this is awesome. If the one place that you're flourishing is a hobby, or, the everything you're trying, good morning, Teresa, everything that you're trying to get off the ground, let's see, business you're trying to get off the ground or whatnot, feel strong in that place. When we feel strong in the place that where we shine the brightest, when we focus our energies, our attentions there, that quiets our mind, okay? And it allows our internal divine to flourish and pushes back all the worries and concerns and all of that, okay? So be very, very cognizant. Where do I feel strong? Where do I excel? What makes me feel really good? And go do that today, because that strength, that inner peace will then spill over into every other area of your life. And it'll start to bring clarity to how to handle other situations. Okay, Scorpio? Um, Scorpio, and then we have Sagittarius, the Empress in the upright. Fabulous. This is another, I call this the Mother Manifestation card. This is that growth, birth, um, manifest, nurture that very, very important, what that, again, your passion that you're very, very like strong on. And Sag, you've been taking a lot of very great moves into really honing in to um, what your passion is and where your next steps are to be, and pulling yourself out of this kind of temporary funk. So this is again a fabulous day to take that passion and really pour it into what is so very important to you, and allow it to flourish. That's amazing. That's my mother manifestation. Honestly, I love this card because again, it's right after the magician, right? So the magician, you're manifesting that which what you've put out in the world, right? And now you're nurturing it, feeding it, so it can grow, right? And that's why I love this card so much for anybody but Sag. Great for you. Cap, the high priestess in the upright. Capricorn, your intuition and your instincts are on point and spot on. Follow them. Ride them straight out. If you are intuitive already, um just expound upon that, right? Let that flourish. If you're wondering, well, is this my intuition or not, you know what, ask the angels, ask God to send you a sign. I need an omen today. I need a sign that I'm on the right path. But wherever that intuition is leading you, it's leading you in the right direction. So go in that direction, Cap. Aquarius, Knight of Swords in reverse. um, Communications being cut off, or uh, it's a little harsher than normal, or not quite what you wanted. Um, Perhaps you're turning away and stopping from communicating, or again, it's just not fluid right now. Not fluid at all. So Aquarius, be very cognizant of that fact that your communication is a tad bit off, and um, really seek to understand what is going on in the other person, or what potentially is going on in yourself that has forced this communication to kind of come to a halt. Um, it might be just a day for you to kind of gather your thoughts and gather your feelings about a situation, gather some facts, pour some tea, and realize, okay, this isn't quite as bad as I thought. Or perhaps there's truth that has come out that is just like made you retreat a little bit. But I feel like there's a retreating happening, to just to kind of gather yourself. And that's perfectly fine to do so. Take this time to do it. And then last but not least, Pisces with the Knight of Cups in the upright. So, Pisces, wonderful water energy. My Pisces brothers, sisters, cousins. So, this new love, renewed love that's coming in, those messages of love and appreciation. This could also just be someone being very supportive today and saying, hey, you're amazing. Mmm. Honey, I'm so sorry. So sorry, Miss Deborah. Um, we're too direct. Sometimes you guys can be very direct, Aquarius. Very. Pisces, this could be someone that's just coming in to support you, right? And show you that wonderful, like, okay, you're appreciated, you're celebrated. It doesn't always have to be romantic, guys. It can also be friends, family, just coming in to support us and give us that, showing us that we are appreciated, right? And that's always wonderful. Okay, we're going to do the elements. And yeah, we'll do the elements next. So, as far as the elements are concerned, fire, we have justice in the reverse to start you off. Then we've got the Three of Wands in reverse with the Empress in the upright, which is an interesting ending to this elemental reading. So what I'm seeing from this is that even though you don't think that what's happening right now is fair, or it's just, or it's right, and you're starting to lose a little bit of hope in the situation. The Empress in the upright here tells me that it's still coming into fruition. Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. Still nurture it. Guys, whenever we're manifesting something, whenever we're moving forward in any area of our lives, we have to, even when it looks like it's not coming into fruition and it's not coming to us, we have to maintain the status quo. We have to maintain the belief and the emotions that resonate with what we're manifesting. When the doubt comes in, when those thoughts come in, and I know I'm veering off a little bit into manifestation, but I do feel like this is an important topic this morning. When we are in the midst of the manifestation process, right? And all these doubts and thoughts come in, our brain thinks 70 to 90,000 different thoughts a day, the vast majority of which are anchored in the past, because our brain is three-dimensional and it can only relate to that which it understands, and it understands a three-dimensional world. Our brain basically kind of lives in the past in a big sense, right? So when those thoughts come into being and they start coming into our minds, what we have to do is change our awareness. So concentrate. So let's say, this has even actually been happening, it has happened to me in recent past, where I was seeking a different position and seeking another job. And at first I was like, I'm not going to find one. I'm not going to find one. I'm not going to find one. Or I was like, I am going to find one. But then on the other hand, I was like, I'm not going to find one. What I did then in that moment is I began to change my awareness. First of all, realize that thought was coming in my head, and that's not me. The eternal me says, yes, you'll have a wonderful position that's going to pay you an amazing amount of money, financial stability. The spiritual practice is booming. It's just amazing. All these good things are happening. When those bad thoughts come in, change your awareness. Become very aware of the energy that's in your hands. Become very aware of the energy in your heart. Become aware of the energy in your shoulders. Like, become aware of another energy. And the moment you change your awareness to your focus, the thought goes away. And then reset that thought back to what you're seeking to manifest, back to what you're manifesting. Go back to the emotions and go back to the manifestation process. Do not sit in doubt and worry, because that blocks manifestation. Okay, that's my manifestation soapbox for the day. Okay, so remember that, fire signs. Stay in the process. Stay with it. All right, earth signs. We have the King of Cups in the upright, followed by the Four of Cups in the upright, and then followed by the High Priestess in the upright. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous for you guys. I feel like there's some new offers of love coming in, or there's someone circling around, earth signs, that is interested in you. And very stable, loving, supportive. However, they might appear to be a tad bit boring or not quite what you're used to. And you might be in a position where you're like, I don't know if I really want anybody new in my life right now, right? So you're kind of like on the fence about it. Follow your intuition. If you feel good about hanging out with this, like when you're around this person, hang out with them, have some coffee, go have dinner, have a meal, go to a movie. Just enjoy their company. Go sit by the lake, sit in the park, talk to them. Just enjoy the time. Enjoy enjoy the presence, and not always think about what future this has to be and all of this. Just enjoy the moment. Okay? So, wherever this King of Cups energy is that's around you, if it's not romantic, fine. But just enjoy being around this person and let them give you the support that you deserve. Okay? And who knows? They might have a little bit of guidance for you and drop a little knowledge that you could use. So just enjoy it, okay? Follow your intuition because your higher self is trying to encourage you to take a step out of your comfort zone. Okay. All right. Air signs. We started off with the Hierophant in the reverse, followed by the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, followed by the Knight of Swords in the reverse. You guys are a little off your square. There's been something, again, a very stable relationship that now communication has been cut off. Um, please do not allow that air energy, because I know you guys move with the quickness. You are swift and you're like, I'm out. Please don't try to be a little still and don't just toss the baby out with the bathwater. If this relationship and interaction, romantic, friendship, family, job, maybe your boss said something strange to you or whatever, threw you off your square a tad bit. If that's what's going on and you're out of balance, seek to get back into balance by having a conversation, right? And by understanding what the other person's perspective was, and by actually listening, right? Seek first to understand before we make assumptions. So, air signs, I'm asking again, please, this is an area of growth, okay? So, please sit down and listen. And again, put all those like thought processes out of your mind. They did me dirty, they did me wrong, they did me this, they did me that. At least talk. Talk. And then after that, if their true desires and really what they were really doing was like, it was nefarious, it was malicious, then you have your information and you don't, then stop talking. That's fine. Don't communicate. That's fine. And do what you need to do as far as getting yourself out of that situation. But the talking is imperative first, because a lot of times if we don't communicate with somebody right, we are making all these grand assumptions about what they're thinking, why they did it, how they're feeling. We are not understanding really what's going on with them. And you don't know, there might be a lot of things going on in the background, not just Aquarius, air signs, a lot of things going on in the background that you may not be aware of. Okay, so make yourself aware of it first before we just do this. All right. Water signs. Here we go. Eight of Wands in the reverse, followed by the Strength card in the upright, followed by think too much. Thank you, my dear. Many blessings to you as well, Vanessa. Um, Knight of Cups in the upright. Water signs. Even though we're not seeing forward movement in an area, I believe again this is a time for regroup and just kind of resting in our strength, allowing our inner strength to really shine through, shining where we need to shine, and allowing someone to come into our lives that is going to, this is going to be like an unexpected, probably source of support and affirmation. So be on the lookout for that and allow it to happen. I think sometimes with us water signs, we are so giving and so like we just feed and water everybody else and keep everybody else afloat. We are not accustomed to someone coming into our lives and saying, you know what, I really appreciate all that you do. You're really amazing. Keep it up. Like you're doing a great job, or whatever, you're a great friend, all of those things. You're a great wife, a great husband, a great mother, a great sister, whatever. Like, allow them to come in. And I feel like this affirmation is going to come from a very, like I said, unexpected source. Someone you weren't anticipating coming around, riding in on their white horse today, water signs, and saying, you're awesome. So let it happen. And it's okay if the goal today we don't see with our eye forward movement. Because again, in the manifestation process, as we're manifesting, as we're bringing new realities into our world, what happens, honestly and wonderfully, is that even though we don't see anything happening three-dimensionally, in the fourth and fifth dimension, it's coming. Time and space are closing in on each other, and what we're seeking is on its way. Okay? Just have the faith. Hang in there. You're amazing. Hang in there. Okay. Yes, I know. I know, dear Deborah. I know. Oh, honey. I feel bad for you. I feel for you. Um, it's tough. Okay, so for those of you that were just tuning in just for the readings, thank you very much. I will pull a few cards for Deborah, and I thought I saw a couple of other people I haven't seen in my chat before. If you would like for me to pull a couple cards for you quick, I'd like to do that for my new folks. Again, people, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for the channel. If you would like to contact me for a personal reading, all the information, an in-depth personal reading, all the information is down in my description box below to contact me for personal, either tarot reading or Reiki healing session. You can feel free to contact me. Deborah, if you would like me to pull 3 cards for you, I would be more than happy to do so. Let me see if I can't see the chats. Vanessa, I don't think I've seen you in here before either. So Deborah, I'll pull 3 cards for you. Vanessa, if you would like for me to pull 3 cards for you, I'll be happy to do so as well. So I'll pull 3 cards for you, Vanessa, for the next couple of weeks. What do we have for Vanessa for the next 3 weeks, please? For the next 3 weeks with Vanessa. You need cards pulled. Miss Tiffany. Being a crybaby today. I wish I could come give you a hug. Okay. All right, Miss Tiffany, I hear you. Vanessa, here we go. 3 cards for Vanessa for the next 3 weeks. You know what, ladies? It's okay to sometimes be a crybaby. It's actually not being a crybaby. To me, it is, those are emotions. That's how we're feeling. We need to stop being so overly concerned about not living in our feelings. You got some good cards, my dear Miss Deborah. Overall energy for you is to strengthen the upright. So I do feel like you're going to be able to tap into your inner strength and be able to just like live in it, right? And that was the card for Scorpio anyway for today. So I do feel like that it's there, and I just hear God just saying, I have your back. All right. And then you also have the Hierophant in the upright. So that tells me your intuition is kicking in. Really listen to your higher self, Miss Deborah, because you're getting messages and getting guidance on what to do. So trust it. I do also see that you're coming out of conflict, and that this has been keeping you up, but it's going to start really coming to a resolution. And with the King of Wands in the upright, that resolution is, you're going to have a definite direction on how to go and forward movement. Like you're going to be like, I know I need to do this in order to bring this to a resolution and to a calm situation. And that's what you're going to do. Someone had been interfering though in your relationship, in the friendship. So that 3 of Cups in the reverse is there was a third party situation, but I do see that that person is I feel like that person's moving out of the situation. Like the block there is moving. We've got 3 wonderful cards for you. 10 of Pentacles in the upright, coming into abundance financially, coming into abundance with your, job, potential promotion, whatever you're kind of touching right now. Oh, I got a foot cramp, guys. Sorry. Is coming to a good place for you. The Hermit card in the upright says to me that you are kind of going in, you're coming into a time of like seclusion. You're spending time by yourself. You are, or you should be. Yeah. But that's coming to a resolution, Deborah. That's coming to a resolution. Trust your higher self while you're by yourself. Like as you're meditating in the morning or just praying, however you meditate, ask for guidance on how to bring this situation to a resolution, how to stop the conflict. Ask for guidance and you'll receive it. You'll receive the ideas and you'll receive the knowledge. And I feel like there is somebody that has been involved in this a little bit on the side that you didn't know about. Um, yep, third party. Um, However, so in this time to yourself, that's really good to reflect on it. You do also have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So this is, you're finding it difficult to you're finding it difficult to walk away, and I understand. And I'm not saying walk away. What I am saying though is that you need to you need to turn your back on emotion, and that's not serving you, or like continuing in the conflict. The conflict is there because of, miscommunications between two friends, and rely on yeah, I would rely on spirit to guide you into how to reconcile. The Queen of Swords did come out as a clarifier. So you are going to be able to get clarity and be able to know, you're going to know what to say and how to say it. This is tough. And the Nine of Swords in reverse pops out again. And you're coming out of conflict. Sweetie, I think you're going to come into balance here. There's some secrets that are going to start to become illuminated to you. You need to relax in this, though, and not work so hard at it. The more work and worry you put towards it, the harder it's going to be to come out of it. The longer it's going to take for the resolution to happen. Give it over to God. But I do see that there is abundance in your finances and your home life that's on its way. So just be careful that this energy right now doesn't block that from happening. And feel very empowered in your work. Feel very empowered in what you do. Because the more we feel empowered, even if it's like while you're working or whatever, and you're feeling really good about everything and how that's all going, that's when your mind is clear and your heart is open, and you can begin to get the download of information that you need in order to reconcile with your best friend. This too shall pass. This isn't going to be a permanent thing. And whatever stories this boyfriend told, I feel like it's gonna come to light very soon. It's gonna come to light really soon. So just be there. But don't you be the deliverer of this information. Don't you spill the tea, as they say, or pour it. Let that come so you are not in the middle of it. I don't know. It's just like there's something out there that this person has said, and they're jealous of your relationship, and they feel like they cannot exert the level, I want to say, control, or they feel like that your friend loved you more. Something weird. Okay, Miss Tiffany, are you here? I hope that helped, Deborah. I hope that helped. What time is it there? It should be 3 o'clock in the afternoon-ish. Good. Okay, Miss Tiffany, are you here, honey? Miss Tiffany. Miss Tiffany, let me know you're here, because I'm going to pull some cards for you, girl. But I got to know you're here. Miss Tiffany, give me a shout out, girl. Okay. I was about to sign off. All right, let's get a few cards for you. What do we have today for Miss Tiffany? 3 cards of advice today for Miss Tiffany. Ooh. Yeah. That is horrible. That is horrible. Oh, just disgusting. For a therapist to use their abilities like that, that's just so wrong. Oh, hey, Miss Vanessa, I'll pull cards for you then in just a moment. Miss Tiffany, I don't know why you crying. That's why you're crying. Okay. Advice for you. The world is at your fingertips, love. The world is here. Brand new, into this cycle. Okay? The cycle's been ending for a little bit, but I feel like, it's ending. It's like the newness is coming in. You have some decisions to make with the Two of Pentacles in the upright. You're juggling 2 people, 2 situations, 2 ideas. Then you're not quite sure which way to go. And I feel like with the devil, I don't in the upright, I'm not sensing that it's necessarily toxic. One of the people or situations is toxic, but I feel like you have an unnatural attachment to one of them. That there's one of them that you're kind of obsessed with. And it's very difficult for you to let it go. It's very difficult for you to release it in order for you to manifest it. So let's get some clarification here, please. Why is the devil here in the upright? Why is the devil here in the upright? So we have a new start coming that you wanted. And actually, you got a lot of major arcana, honey. You're coming into like a super major change, a super major shift. And it's all good fortune. This Page of Cups in the reverse. There's someone that's not been communicating with you in the way that you needed them to communicate with you. Oh my God, go away. This woman is just not. Someone is communicating with you in the way that you not communicating with you in the fashion that you need, or that you expected, or very supportive. It's not very positive, and that's of concern to you. There's some stubbornness happening here and an unwillingness to be independent, and uncertainty about being independent. And you're not feeling very sure of yourself right now. But with the Empress and the upright, again, that's my mama manifestation. Everything that's coming around, or this new start, is good for you. And I do see very good forward movement in here. So now I'm really inquiring. Now I'm not understanding what's happening here. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? It's like there's one choice that's like, both choices could really happen, and perhaps really what, thank you. Okay. All right. I got it now. All these changes, what you are seeking to manifest is right around the corner. It is here. Okay? It is here. You've done a lot of work towards it. You've put in a lot of effort. This is concerning to me. You know, granted, there are always going to be decisions and forks in the road that we have to make, but you have to trust your intuition and your higher self. Ask for guidance. Because what's happening is you're becoming unnaturally attached. When we cannot release something and just say, I trust you're bringing it to me, that's a problem. Because the moment we hold on too tightly and don't let it go and release it, that breeds worry, doubt, fear. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Don't get on that hamster wheel. Get off that hamster wheel, release it. I just keep hearing, it's going to happen, sweetie. It's on its way. But the more you worry about it, and the more you're attached to it, the longer it's going to take for it to show up. Or it might not show up. You could sabotage it because of your concern. Okay? It's coming. The change is happening. Things are being laid out in a fashion that they need to be in order for this to be in the complete, absolute, perfect state for your own good. Okay, Miss Tiffany? It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I hope that helps you, honey. Stay strong, girl. Stay strong. Don't give up. And don't worry. Don't fret. Continue to do what you're doing. Continue to do what you're last told to do. And feel good about that. Okay? All right, Miss Vanessa, if you're still here, we'll pull 3 cards for you. It's right, baby. Miss Tiffany, your blessing is so close. So close. So close. You'll be out of the situation you're in very soon. It might not seem like very soon to you because here it's, time can be so daunting. But it is very close. Okay, Miss Vanessa, next 3 weeks. Next 3 weeks was for Miss Vanessa. 3 weeks, okay. Next 3 weeks for Vanessa. That's what dropped in my spirit. So one more. Yes, it does, doesn't it, Deborah? It just freezes. Okay. Hmm. This is interesting, Miss Vanessa. You're quite welcome. You've been putting in, hello, Miss Tabitha. Um, to something you're very passionate about, potentially a relationship. But I do see this King of Cups in the reverse energy. So it's as if, so there we have energy there, correct? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy here. And it appears that that King of Cups has left your life, or he might be trying to come back, or who has that energy. But it appears also that this person has caused you heartache and you're just healing over it. Um, Overall, it's like with the Nine of Cups in reverse, Nine of Cups, excuse me, in reverse, you're not feeling very good about all of the things that I always look at the Nine of Cups at this, at least this particular illustration. She's like really happy with everything that's around her, right? Kind of materialistically happy. But she's super happy with everything that's around her and admiring her good work and the fruits of her labor. But with the Two of Wands in the reverse, you're coming out of this partnership or relationship. It is, though, keeping you up at night. However, this person was very toxic, and there should not be a new start with this person. There's no abundance here, and there's a lot of confusion surrounding it. Okay, so this is, now I'm super nosy. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here in the upright? Okay. Need some clarifiers. 3 clarifying cards in general. Yeah, he wants to come back. He's trying to come back. He's trying to say that. So I have Page of Cups in reverse. So there, he's trying to come back. He's trying to go back and say, okay, look at all that we built together, all that we worked on together. Like trying to get you to value all of that. But that's also throwing you, that whole like going down memory lane is throwing you off balance. You are definitely with like kind of protecting yourself. You are shutting yourself off, being more protective, being more aloof. Um, Even though he's trying to like deliver messages of love or he's considering it. And you're wanting to juggle, you're like, this is it, even though you know this is like painful, right? It's just like, eh. And I don't know if there's something with money here because there's a lot of pentacle energy. Um, but you're examining the harvest that has happened and it's not, you're like like there's been good things that have happened to you since this separation, this breakup, and I feel like I get the sense that you're starting to come into your own, that you're starting to be like, okay, You're guarding, you've set up boundaries and you're guarding your heart. He's guarding that doorway, his heart into his castle. And you're starting to set up those boundaries and you're finally healing. And this is a brand new situation for you, like it's a new cycle for you. And it's a good cycle. So I would tend to your own garden, all right? And I would, the things that are, he has money, and yes, you don't want him back, but he's trying to get you back. And perhaps he isn't tried yet, but I just see that if he ain't tried yet, he's gonna. And yeah, that's why I'm seeing all this pentacle energy, and I'm like, there's money. But all the changes that you've been making, honey, are good. And this has been a quick, fast, like shake, right? But it's a good shake. And you are just now coming out of feeling overwhelmed. And the, the cards don't lie. Not just the cards, but you know what I'm saying? Like the cards are a tool. I don't want anybody to think these cards themselves have magical powers or psychic abilities. The person using them has to be tuned in. So this doesn't lie. If you're tuned in, he's trying to get, yes, girl. But look, everything I'm seeing here, I probably can go through the whole darn deck. You are coming out of feeling overwhelmed. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, which means him not being in your life is exactly what needs to happen. There is no reunion happening. You're getting over betrayal. And this is a bright new world that is here for you now, and you are finally at peace and loving yourself. So I'll just, say, honey, sorry about that, guys. Do what you got to do, Miss Vanessa. Okay? Do what you got to do. You're with a narcissist, Miss Tabitha, honey. Hunty. That's why I started this channel. Having dealt with narcissistic abuse. Okay, Ghana. Hey, stay strong. And you get what's owed to you with that man all that time, and then he cheats. There's an old blues song. I don't know if you know it, but it's cheaper to keep her. You need to look that one up. That one needs to be your theme song. Because you shouldn't have strayed. Okay, Miss Tabitha. Ooh, baby. Okay, so Miss Tabitha, you said earlier that you are giving up hope on love. Miss Vanessa, I hope that helped. And again, anyone watching this video, if you would like a personal reading with me, please. My email address and everything, and the pricing is down below. In the description, as soon as this, or any of my videos. Miss Tabitha, I will say this to you, dear. Right now, the only person you need to be loving is you. Right now, your main goal needs to be self-partnering. Okay? It needs to be healing yourself from the abuse, emotional, if there's physical, if there is sexual, what have you. You're very welcome, dear. That needs to be your main focus. I did a video last week, I want to say. Look through my videos on self-partnering. I need to edit some of that. And I'm going to talk more about self-partnering either tonight or tomorrow night. If you can get back on, or just look out for that video. I've been lately going on live almost every night. I might need to slow my roll on that. But if I don't get to it tonight, I'll put up a video or teaching off and all of that. This is like a full service type of, I call it a ministry, because that's really what it is. It's a spiritual practice, spiritual coaching, life coaching ministry. And it's for a lot, it's mainly geared towards light workers or people with any type of intuitive abilities or that sort of thing, empathic and whatnot. I will tell you that most narcissists end up with empaths because empaths, we are perfect narcissistic supply. Thank you, Vanessa. We are perfect narcissistic supply because we are just giving and loving and all of that, right? And we're healers, we're empowering, all of that. So that's why narcissists love us because they're emotional flipping vampires and they suck the life out of you. Absolutely. But the positive side of being with a narcissist is this: they, because they're so manipulative and intuitive in a bad way, like a maliciously intuitive person, they illuminate for us what it is we need to work on, like where we have unhealed wounds. So if you can start to identify what is it this person would say to you that would just cut you to the core, or what could he do that cut you to, I mean, my ex would say certain things to me. This morning I was like, what the heck is wrong? Yes, that's totally fine, love. We all have to do it. Just don't sit there though. I'm glad you didn't sit in it. Um, but when the narcissist, like my ex could say certain things and he might as well punched me in my gut. It was like you could drop me to my knees with the hurtful words. So the key then is to get through that, like heal that, right? And that's a huge part of what this channel is about, is helping through the intuitive gifts, helping us reach a point of healing and identify those areas that need to be healed. And then how do we do that? How do we go about that? And I do some of it on the channel. Some of it, I'll be honest with you, like I went to therapy and she was an energy healer, and then got introduced to Reiki and became a Reiki practitioner. So the energy healing that way, much more powerful, much more like what I'm accustomed to, having been in the church for so long and a minister in the church. So there's some that I can teach you through the videos and through this. But I will say at some point it is very necessary to get, hey, sweetie. Oh, Leo, thank you. Earlier, Leo son, and I'll get to you in just 1 second. There was like real powerful message for Leos today. Don't lose faith in your manifestation, dear. Do not, do not, do not, do not. Don't lose faith. Keep that positivity going. Um, but Miss Tabitha, so when we're healing from narcissistic abuse, right? Um, it's very important that we do the energy work and do the work within ourselves, heal the childhood wounds, the young adult wounds, all of that, so that we become whole. Because on the other side of that healing is your powerful destiny as an empath, your powerful destiny as a healer. That is what's on the other side of recovery after narcissistic abuse. So some of that I can go into on this channel. The rest of it, though, really does take either, scheduling a healing session, an energy session with myself, finding a local Reiki practitioner there that can help with that. Um, because there's depths to things that I definitely cannot go into over YouTube, right? And I mean, you can't just like say it to somebody, okay, well, let me just do, an aura reading on you right now and put all your crap out on the internet. Like, that's not right. Um, so do watch. There's a self partnering video I did a few days ago. Um, If I get quiet, you're working. That's fine, honey. I'm not going to be on much longer. I got to go make money, you go. I'm starting a new job in a few weeks, a couple weeks, and I got to get some storage, get some money up, because you know it takes 3 weeks before you get checked. Um, but at any rate, that's why I say the energy session, the energy healing is so important. It's really important to learn meditative skills. It's really methods. It's really important to learn what the chakras are and what their purpose is, because as you learn that, then, so for instance, when my ex would like say to me, you can't keep a man, you'll never be able to keep a man, this is why you've been single for 25 years and blah 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 blah, like just like you're a horrible woman and this and that. Well, that just like that was one of those cut me to the core things, right? But that hurt literally in my sacral chakra, my feeling of safety, my feeling of womanhood, right? The sacral, it hurt right there. And so that was an area that needed to be healed. Right? So there's a lot to this, but it's possible. So don't give up on love. Just know that that person had no capacity to love you, because a narcissist doesn't. A narcissist is a shell. There's nothing, that's an injured child, basically, that has created a false persona for protection purposes. But as they get older, that real person, because they don't ever feel safe enough to let the real person out, because they're concerned the real person is going to get injured and can't be loved because of the abuse they suffered. Okay? Can't be loved because of the abuse they suffered. So they created this false persona that says this is the person that can be loved. So they do not have the capacity to fully love unless they are healed from being a narcissist. And very few achieve that healing. My father did. But very few do. But good things in love and life. Good. Good. Glad. Then that wasn't for you, love. Um, Wonderful. Okay, guys. Now I've been on an hour. The first 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes of this video, for those that just tuned in, is the daily reading. So I'm about to post it. You're very welcome to have a comeback. Contact me if you would like to talk about any type, energy healing, or you want to talk about getting a personal reading or whatever. I want to work with you. Okay. Okay. I got to roll, everyone. I might be on later on tonight. Maybe. I can't stay away. Anyway. Okay, guys. Everybody have a fabulous day. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you and yours today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. Namaste, my friends. I love each and every one of you. Bye-bye.